Hey guys, thanks for tuning in with Mama Desserts. Today we're going to be making something very cool. I like it, I enjoy it. Don't I always enjoy like cakes and stuff, so forget what I just said. But anyways, today's cake is going to be something that I kind of just made up in my mind in a way. I really am into like cotton candy and I like comic books and stuff, so the person, I mean, you'll see it, like don't even worry about it, but it's kind of complicated to explain before, but after the process you're gonna enjoy it, and I call it the Cotton Candy Babe. So anyways, I teamed up with one of the companies here in San Diego, and her name is Vanessa, and she has a cotton candy called Get Fluffed Up, and I really enjoy it. She's super cool. I think you can definitely order on her website, so check her out. But she's a local San Diegoan and she's amazing, and we teamed up today to make an amazing cake for you guys to check it out, so don't forget to stay tuned. Thanks guys. Alright guys, the materials that we need to create this awesome cake is our spatulas, our 2 types of scissors, a napkin, our vanilla cake, our picture that we traced, our buttercreams, and our cotton candy, the most important ingredient to this cake as well. So from here, our materials are our wafer paper, our picture that we got off from Google, all of our variety of paintbrushes, a tracer, our 2 scissors, and we have our acrylic paint like board, a cup of water to erase the colors, paper towel, and all the colors that you need. So the picture that I got off from here is a picture that I actually found on Google, and I wanted to create something that was kind of like comic book. So if you plug in a comic book picture on like a surprise woman on Google, you'll definitely find this picture. So what I have here is I'm going to trace, and of course I'm sure everyone knows how to trace. So we will trace our picture, and we're going to be using our soft side from the wafer paper, and we're going to gently go over our picture, and then we can go from there to painting it and things like that. So of course this takes us back to elementary school. Well, let's have fun and let's get tracing. Once I have finally traced all the entire picture, I actually feel where I have traced to see if I missed any markings, and once I'm done with that, you can take a look that I only did the face and the hands. I did not do the hair because we're going to use the cotton candy as the hair. So when we have all of that, then we're going to start painting. So I'm going to trace with black ink, which I got, which is called Edible Art, and it's really good for wafer paper, so I would definitely would link that into the link below, and I would recommend it. But yeah, so we'll be just tracing this with a very thin brush at the beginning, and we'll also be tracing at the end once we have the colors and things like that. Alright guys, so let's start with coloring our skin tone picture. So I have right here orange and some white, and so I am just choosing a skin tone pigment, and you can do this whatever color you would like. But yes, I did about 1 drop of orange and then about 5 to 6 drops of the white paint. and I like to test out my paint before I put it onto my picture, so I just do a little bit of a test onto the wafer paper, and then from there I am going to paint my picture with the skin tone pigment. Okay, so from here I'm going to get some red edible paint and I'm going to make her lips red. So this is just personal preference. You can do whatever color you want. You can do pink, blue, something that is very popish, that's gonna bring out the cake's art form. So as I said before, use whatever colors you feel that is going to make your cake look cool and popish and everything, and just kind of like a pop culture. So, but as I said before, I'm using red because I feel like it just really stands out. So I hope you guys use that too. From there, I'm just going to do her eyes. So I will be doing a light blue color. So I added 1 dot of our blue and 1 dot of our white, and I am mixing it until it comes very nicely as like kind of like a baby blue in a way. And I will be doing her eyes this color, and as I said before, personal preference, you can do whatever color you want. And I will be adding some yellow eyeshadow for this awesome chick. Once I have set all of her colors that I need for her, I actually go back to getting the black ink and I start tracing over what I traced before just to make it more popish. So you can see here it does give it like a very beautiful effect afterwards, and I think it's just like a very nice touch. So that's what we do. From here, I like to have my picture dry at least 24 hours, and you can see that with my finger it's just completely dry. So from there, I like to take another piece of wafer paper, and I'm going to be doing a second backing. So I am going to add some piping gel behind my picture, and I will be adding a good amount of piping gel to it so that it can stick to the wafer paper. And so when you are putting it on the cake, it just doesn't seep through from the first paper if I just put it on to the cake just like that. So if I do a second paper or the third wafer paper, it's just going to really give it a nice, better effect to it. So just pat it down, don't brush through it because you don't want to take off the paint or anything like that. And once we have everything done, we are going to cut into our cake. So if you have no idea how to bake or cut or torte or fill or crumb coat or anything like that, please look at the link below that I will be having in the description box, and it will guide you to the video of how to do all of that. So from here, I will be going fast, or I will be fast forwarding this. So let's get on with it. And just as a reminder, we are done filling our cakes, and so we're going to be doing a crumb coat. So of course, a crumb coat is just getting all the crumbs into our cakes with our frosting, and once we are done with crumb coating our first layer of cake, we will be adding this into the freezer for at least 10 to 15 minutes, and that will freeze our first layer of buttercream so that we can add the second layer and we won't have any crumbs into that buttercream. Okay guys, so once we have our cake that's been in the freezer, we're going to be doing our second coating of our buttercream. And a note to you all, I did not really add enough cake layers to my cake because when I measured out my picture, it was just overlapping the original 4 layers of cake. So what I did is I added more layers to it. So I apologize in advance, I didn't mean to, but add more layers to your cake. So this is kind of what you call a double layer cake. It's really big actually, and it's about like 8 layers of cake, and so it's really good. But anyways, I would just suggest to get a higher cake, about 8 inches higher than the 4 inches that I originally had. So just a heads up. Now let's begin with our image that we are ready to put it onto the cake. So from here, you're going to get your piping gel and you're going to pipe on the gel onto your picture, to the back of the picture, of course. So you're going to do a very thin to medium consistency of the layer of piping gel on it, and then once you're done with that, we are going to find the right place to put it and just apply from the bottom to the top. Once we have our picture already set up, just do the final touches of just pushing in a little bit and you're good to go. And let's have some fun with our cotton candy. So this cotton candy is by Get Fluffed Up. She's based in San Diego and she's super like delicious vegan cotton candy, so I would definitely recommend her. But from here, we're going to add a little bit of our piping gel on top so that the cotton candy will stick to the cake. And so we're just going to be adding a little bit, just kind of like little by little, until you get like what you are picturing in your mind, and just fluff up your cotton candy to make your cotton candy babe just have some cool cotton candy hair. And there you guys have it, your awesome cotton candy babe. Well guys, thanks so much for tuning in and staying with me through the entire video. I know it was pretty lengthy, but that's okay. But I really enjoy making it. I hope that you guys enjoy making it too. I love cotton candy and I love comic books, so the picture that I got was kind of like a comic book theme in a way, but we just colored it, just whatever colors you guys want. So that was our video. Anyways guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and until next time.